Alright guys, here we are. I'm back in Los Angeles to visit the Vintage Synth Museum at their new location. So here we are. You can see there's some interesting artwork in the panel here, in the window. There's an old Yamaha CS-80 and a few other items, drum tracks. Perhaps we'll get the story on that in a bit, but for now, let's check out the new space and say hello. Oh, there's Lance. Hey, Lance.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
Thanks.
Welcome back.
Appreciate it. Here we are in the Vintage Synth Museum, the new location.
The new Highland Park Vintage Synthesizer Museum, Los Angeles, California.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, this is obviously a very bright and open space.
Yes.
Compared to the previous location. I can
Yes.
see you have all types of gear, as always. We'd love to learn a bit more about this new spot.
Yeah. So we're kind of working on a similar arrangement as it was in Oakland. Everything's going into sub-mixers, which are then routed to a central recording interface.
Okay.
Which we've got routed to this laptop, but could be routed to any laptop. So some people want to use this, some people just bring in their own computer to plug into. So everything is conveniently set up to play and record, although there's nothing, you see these mixers, there's nothing labeled there. There's a QR code at every mixer, and which will bring up a web page that tells you this is mixer 1, shows you all the synths that are going into it, shows you how the patch bay is routed, how the effects are routed, and if you click on any of the synths, the manual for that synth.
Oh, that's so cool.
As well, yeah.
Right on, man.
Welcome to the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do we have here today? We've got all types of gear, all types of synths.
Yeah. So, kind of the greatest hits of all time. This Rhodes, we've actually got 3 electric pianos in here. I guess we had 2 at the old spot. They've all recently been totally refurbished by Golden State Electric Piano, which is right up the street. Total pro. This Rhodes sounds amazing. I guess this is how Rhodes sounded like when they came off the factory line. It's incredible. I had no idea. I guess I've always just played old Rhodes that weren't like tuned up. This is super good. But yeah, we've got Rhodes, got the Russian Polyvox with the English translation.
Right.
Panel there.
Very important.
Yes. Got a kind of a newer Mellotron. I mean, still has the tapes inside. It's not one of the digital Mellotrons. Nice. DK Synergy.
SH5.
SH5. 10 panels of vintage Surge modular.
Wow.
And a handy dandy NASA folder that elucidates some of the more esoteric panels.
Right.
There.
We got here, oh my god, the classic and rare Yamaha CS-80M.
Yep, one of my favorites.
Absolute gem.
Yes.
Sounds beautiful, of course. And then we have here the Oberheim 4-voice. Lovely. Yes. And over here?
And temporarily we have this Waldorf Wave here. Yeah, so if you're lucky and you come the next few months, this will be here.
Perfect.
But after that, it might not be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So get it while it's hot.
Yeah, get it while it's hot.
Oh, look at this. Yamaha CS-80.
CS-80.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, the Mega. And then also the beautiful Alta Synthex.
What's this modular system you have?
So this is a synthesizers.com system, or it's mostly synthesizers.com. There's like a Moon modular and a couple other brands in here, but yeah, like 95%. Synthesizers.com, which is like a 5U modular similar to the Moog.
Right.
Modular format, and they just recently, I guess, went out of business, or are trying to find someone to buy that business.
Oh, yes. I see here the Jupiter-8.
Right. All the Mega Rolands here.
Yeah. So on the top we got the RS505. Okay. Jupiter-8. Beautiful.
Yep. And we've got the Roland TR-808 right here, which has 3 trigger outputs. and they're routed to the arpeggiator clock inputs of the 3 Jupiters, so you can have all 4 of these in sync.
Really?
That being the master.
Nice.
Yeah, it is nice because you can also have, instead of just being like stuck to like 16th notes on the arpeggiator, you can actually make like rhythmic patterns. So it really kind of opens it up.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I see this, I've seen this in the past, the Gleeman, right? The pentaphonic.
Yep.
What does that sound like? Ah. Pretty wacky.
Yes, Bay Area freak of nature.
It's very rare, isn't it? This clear one?
From what I've read, yes, they're very rare. Yeah, they were made in Mountain View, California, which is just south of San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then on the bottom,
Got the Moog Sonic 6.
wow, Sonic 6. Oh, it's not plugged in at the moment. That's all right. Ooh.
So a lot of times when maybe the last person working
Last
on-
patch.
Yeah, if they can't figure out why it won't stop making sound, they'll just turn it off.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely a big patch there.
Yes.
All right, on this wall, we've got some more gear, I can see. More Moog.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of Moog here. The Taurus 1, one of the first 300 mini Moogs ever made. The Moog Source. We've got the sample and hold controller going to the mini Moog here.
Cool.
And the Krumar Spirit, which was also partially designed with
Right.
people from Moog.
That's right, yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, this is new, right?
That's also new. Yeah, the Poly Moog wasn't at the old spot. Neither was the Moog Source.
Okay, Moog Source and the Poly Moog. It's quiet right now. There we go. We've got a patch. Beautiful. Oberheim, of course, the OB8. Got the Chroma Polaris there.
That
And-
also was not at the old spot. Or there was one there, but I had to sell it when COVID happened.
Yeah.
It was one of many COVID casualties.
Right.
We got another one right before I came down to LA.
Yeah, and here we've got the expander. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, and just a quick note. So the expander obviously needs to be controlled by MIDI. Everything that has MIDI is all wired up. It's all being sent through Bluetooth transmitters. So there's like a MIDI Bluetooth transmitter going to this MIDI splitter here, which is then going to the expander, the Chroma Polaris, the OB8, Prophet 5, Prophet T8, and a couple other synths.
Okay.
So
Cool.
everything can be conveniently controlled via MIDI at the computer
Right.
and through the Bluetooth transmitters. And the latency is, almost
It's normal.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. It's really great.
Yeah, okay. We got the Sequential T8 Prophet, the Trident MK2. I have one of these. Absolutely super lush.
Beautiful. Yeah. I don't
Beautiful
have any of
sounds.
the boop, boop, boop.
Prophet 5, it's still got the wrapping on here.
Yeah. 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 Hopefully the air conditioner stays on. It doesn't get too hot in here and shrink anymore. Because if it shrinks anymore, I think we may just have to cut it off.
Yeah.
But,
All right.
yeah.
CS-30 up there. Monopoly over here, and the Cat from Octave. Fantastic.
Yes. I've actually got the Cat and the Odyssey kind of side by side here because people often talk about how much the Cat is just a ripoff of the Odyssey, which is not true at all. I mean, they obviously look similar, and Octave was sued by ARP, but because they copied like the duophonic keyboard design, not like the
layout.
synth voice.
Right.
Yeah. Like this just sounds so different than that, which you can experience if you're sitting right here playing with these.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we've also got this Moog drum controller
Oh, that's so cool.
hooked up to the micro Moog. And this are synced up together. There, the arpeggiator clock for that drum machine.
Yep. ARP Quadra there, PPG, and then the Rhodes Chroma.
Yes.
And also the Oscar. I have never actually heard the Oscar. Is that functional?
Yes.
Right now?
Should be on. Sounds like it might be like a little reverb.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Depends on the patch. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's that corner. You also got this beautiful setup here.
Student model Rhodes with a Tridex Muse just for decoration
Yeah,
on top of it. Yeah.
beautiful. Okay.
The Tridex Muse does work. Can
Yeah.
be plugged in if you so desire.
And on this wall, there's definitely some ElectroComp stuff at the top.
Yes, a lot of ElectroComp, a lot of Korg. Yeah, a lot of weird stuff on this wall. Yeah, got the EML 101, EML 200, 400, 401, sequencer synth panel there. They can all potentially be synced. Actually, a lot of sync can happen within this world. Right now, that is synced up with the Korg stuff.
Yeah, let's hear that again for a minute. And what's this funky unit you got right here?
This is the Ekdal Polygamist.
That's really weird.
It is definitely weird.
When was this made? I've never heard of this.
I think around 2010, maybe. I'm not exactly sure. It's definitely one of the newer things, if not like the newest thing in here. So it's just the ribbon right above that.
Oh, I see. Super cool. Right on. Steiner Parker. Yeah, Synthicon. Get some audio there. Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Right on. Okay, well that's great. And I see here as well, more stuff.
Oh yeah, I don't have the MIDI tower turned on right now. But yeah, here we've got a lot of synths that require MIDI. Well, some of them require MIDI. The Schwemmen S1 you can control through control voltage or MIDI. The Spectral Audio Syntrack, which is a unique one. It's kind of the envelope amp filter section sort of is modeled after 303.
Oh, cool.
And then, but the oscillator is a wavetable oscillator.
All right.
Yeah, with a bunch of different shapes to choose from. So that's a really nice, plucky, aggressive synth.
Yeah.
And the CS-80 Super Jupiter,
Prophet VS.
Prophet VS, classic.
Absolutely.
And then the Metasonics S1000. This does not have the MIDI mod on it, so that has to be one with like an external sequencer or something.
Yeah, and you got the Wasp up here.
Which also has been modified
Nice.
to take MIDI.
Cool.
Yeah, and also have a lot of nice effects over here as well.
And then just over on this wall, there's something really interesting here.
Yes.
Obviously, there's the ARP,
Right.
but
So we've got this just got set up right as we were leaving Oakland. It's the Ionic Performer.
yeah.
And when I received it, it was just this panel, this panel, this panel, and then there's a panel in the back that has inputs and outputs. And so the original case and the original keyboard had been discarded. So designed and commissioned someone to make this wood case, and bought this Future Retro keyboard controller, which we just dropped in here.
Yeah, man.
And then hardwired it in the back for power and CV gate connection.
This is like one of a kind then.
It is one of a kind, and the performance itself is like super rare. From what I've read, it was kind of like a mom and pop, or like son and pop operation. They initially were importing EMS gear, and then they stopped and then just ripped off the designs. So it's basically, modeled after the Synthy, but with those push switches instead of, the push button matrix instead of the pin matrix.
Right. Oh yeah, here we are. There's a Synthy there. Beautiful. Well, this is amazing. Obviously a nice large space, very bright in here.
Yes.
Love the sunlight.
Me too.
I think there's some other doors I saw.
Oh yes. Yeah. So we've got.
There's more to this place. Is that right?
So we've got some manuals here.
Okay.
Yeah. More manuals here as well. And then we've kind of just got some overflow and like controllers and stuff back here. There's a Lin drum. An extra 808 in case you need two 808s.
Right.
This one has been retrofitted for MIDI. But yeah, I guess a lot of drum machines, some effects, some MIDI to CV converters.
Some stuff way on the top too.
Yeah, and like 8 Moog MG1s. So, yeah.
All right, so that's this wall.
Yeah.
This is like a lot of stuff here.
Yeah. And there's a Oberheim OBMX right here, and if anyone knows how to fix one of these, we've got all the voice cards for this, but only one will ever register. So if anybody can take that on or know someone who can, please contact Vintage Synthesizer Museum. And then we've got this 360 Systems Spectre, which was a guitar synth, which the synth part of it is an Oberheim SEM. Like when you behind this panel, it's just boards for an SEM. And then there was pitch to voltage conversion going on here, so you could control this with your guitar. We took all that out, put in a Korg Volca sampler, put in a patch panel, put in a mutable instruments. I don't even remember the name of the module now, but it does like ring mod and AM, FM, cool effects. So anyway, we just made it basically into a groove box.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, and we've got this extra surge system back here in case the 10-panel system.
It's not enough.
Right.
You just need more, right?
Right.
It's never enough.
No.
And there's a lot of records here as well. Look at all this stuff here.
Yeah, a lot of records. Requisite
The
meeting
UFO phenomenon.
for weirdos. Yeah. But a lot of spoken. Most of these records are like spoken word stuff.
This is great.
Drug records, hippie records.
Yeah. Awesome, man. You do have a record player in this place too?
There is. Actually, yeah, we should look at that before we cut out. And up here, we've got hammocks, nice little umbrella.
Oh my god, look at this. Perfect.
Yeah, if you just need to chill.
Yeah, man.
Get overstimulated from the synthesizers.
Yeah. Just lie in the hammock for a bit.
Yeah.
Rest up.
Yeah.
Maybe have a beer or something.
Yeah. Just be careful when you're getting on and off the hammock. Don't bust your butt.
All right. Perfect.
And if you do, we might see you in the camera there. You might be filmed eating it on the hammock.
Yeah. And is there still more behind the scenes here as well?
Oh, yeah, there's this room, which is kind of messy, which is more of like playroom, repairs. And then there's an office through there that is absolutely a wreck that we're not going to venture into.
Right. Yes. Look at this. Cool. Nice. Okay. So, when did you move to this new spot?
10 months ago.
10 months ago?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or they're about the end of October last year.
Yeah.
And then opened up like November.
Things have been going well here?
Yeah, well enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. All things considered, you know, we're the new kids in town. You know, doesn't feel like it. You know, It's been around for almost 10 years, but been in LA for 10 months. So.
Perfect.
Yeah. It's getting by.
Yeah, man. What is that over here?
This is a Aries modular, which is still, it's almost ready to come out, but there's still like a couple modules that are getting repaired. But all the modules that are in here are working. There's really just like this kind of cool sequential switch type module, and then there's a dual oscillator. And but everything else seems to be working except the keyboard. All the contacts are shot, so I need to clean that. But,
Okay.
yeah.
I did notice, there's some more stuff here as well, boxes and such. But I did notice when I was walking in, there was some interesting panel work on the front by the door.
Yes.
Love to learn a bit more about that.
Yeah. I'll also show you our kind of somewhat cheesy record player. And there's more spoken word.
Oh, yeah.
On it. The Roland TR-909
Nice.
turntable.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like the gnome here as well, holding up the...
Yeah, the gnome's been kicking it in the studio for over a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, before we go outside,
Yeah.
what's this? You can buy some gear here?
Right, yeah. Basically, yeah, just have kind of stuff that's for sale. Back here, got both of the current VSM t-shirts. There may be new VSM t-shirts coming out in a couple months. Yeah, and then we've got a few synths for sale, a Wurlitzer for sale, and then water.
Yes.
For these hot days.
Absolutely. Must hydrate in the studio.
Absolutely.
All right. Perfect.
And then in the window here, it's not too much glare. We've got, of course, the beautiful light box with the Michael Marbles art design. And of most interest is an old CS-80 front panel.
Yeah. What's the story behind that?
So the true story behind it is that it was left in a road case outdoors for an extended period of time, and it had become waterlogged.
And someone left a CS-80 in a road case outside.
Someone,
That's crazy, man.
it
That's a travesty.
happened. Yes. I know that said person feels very, very bad about it.
Yeah.
It was not their intention to destroy
Of course.
CS-80. Yeah, but I'd taken some misleading pictures of it a couple of years ago. I put like some of the remaining parts like in some ivy, and it said that we found a CS-80 like in nature. But that was false.
Right. It's an interesting setup there. It's all twisted up.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else we got here? What's this?
This is like the front panel from this like ancient, maybe like wavetable synthesizer. And then a panel from a drum tracks. Juno 60 panel. That's an Ensoniq board. Two Ensoniq boards. 303 box.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Baseline.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Casio guitar, which does work.
It does work.
Yeah,
Okay.
We've actually got a few guitars.
And what's this? This wooden.
That's from the CS-80 as well.
Really?
Yeah.
That is nuts. Okay.
Pretty nutty.
Yeah, I can tell it was definitely waterlogged.
Yes. Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, well, let's just head back in and maybe wrap things up here. So, beautiful space. So excited to be here again and play some synths. But if people are interested to book this
Yes.
new spot.
Yes.
How does it work?
Right. So we rent out the space by hourly, daily appointments, however you want to do it. But everything, like I mentioned, is set up to play and record. So the minute you walk in, everything's coming through the speakers. Everything's going into these mixers, which are routed to the recording interface. So it's just set up for easy, convenient DIY recording of all of these synthesizers. Like I also mentioned, the MIDI is all hooked up. There's a lot of effects you can get into, and you could also hire myself or somebody else to engineer for you as well.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And the website is Vintage.
Oh yeah, it's Vintage Synth Museum, or no, I'm sorry, it's Vintage Synthesizer Museum.com, and just contact me through email or phone. They're both on the website, they're on the Instagram,
Yeah.
TikTok, all the info's out there.
Yeah.
People, yeah. Just call or email.
All right. Great, man. Well, thanks so much for the tour.
Of course.
Really looking forward to enjoying this space today. And for anyone that's watching, make sure you check out the Vintage Synth Museum whenever you're in Los Angeles. And if you're not, make it a pilgrimage mission to come down here, because as you can see, there's just tons of stuff and even more behind the scenes. So book your trip and book your session, and Lance will hook you up.
It's the number one reason to come to Los Angeles now.
It is.
It used to be Disneyland. it's a museum.
Awesome. All right, well, thanks so much, Lance.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time today.
All right.
And we'll talk to you guys soon, and take care.